Kiss 92.5 Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno
This
Mars.
is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Ready to go.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Hello, is this Chanel and Jennifer?
Hi, yes it is. Yes,
All right.
This is Jennifer.
Chanel and Jennifer, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. This has been a hot topic for years, especially in the past couple of weeks. We've been talking about the Let's Do the News.
Oh.
Before getting into the news.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Chanel, what is it that you tweeted out to the show?
I wanted to know if that part was recorded or if Roz does it live every time.
The Let's Do the News?
Yes.
Okay, so who thinks what?
So I think that he does it live because every time he does it, it's different.
Okay.
That's who said that? That's Chanel, right?
And this is Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer thinks it's live, and Chanel, you think it's recorded.
Yes.
Was there any bets on this? Any wagers?
Yeah, we did bet. So the winner gets the loser to hand clean their car and has to pay coffee for a week.
Okay, so there's stuff at stake here.
We've been arguing about this for the longest time.
Like how long we talking?
Probably like 2 weeks.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought it was like
No,
years.
but listen, 2 weeks.
Sure.
Are you guys friends? Are you lovers? What are you?
We're partners. Yeah.
Okay. So 2 weeks, with a partner arguing over the same thing, that feels like an eternity.
Yeah, under the same roof and everything.
Yes.
Every day
Okay.
going to work, it's the same thing.
So
Okay.
you want to know, the two of y'all want to know if this is pre-recorded.
Let's do the news.
Because it would just be simple for us to play it every single time we do the news.
Let's do the news.
Oh my God.
Okay. So the truth of it is, and it's crazy because we have talked about this on this show so many times.
Let's do the news.
Every single time. Oh, this is not helping anything. Every single time I say,
Let's do the news.
believe it or not, despite the evidence that Mocha is giving you right now,
Oh, you mean this pre-recording?
Let's do the news.
That
It
would be
is-
so easy to play each and every single time.
every single time I say, let's do the news, it is absolutely live.
No!
Yes, it is.
No!
Yes.
You know, guys, Chanel was getting, a little chicken to
Okay, we don't need to go
answer
into
the
all that.
phone because she thought she was going to be wrong.
We don't need to get into all that.
Okay, it is live 100% of the time.
Oh, no.
Because this has come up so often. Like Maury put a compilation video together of me saying it 100 times in a row.
Yeah, but AI, yo.
Oh, stop with the AI.
So easy to fake that kind of stuff. So Jennifer, enjoy your fresh, clean car
Yep.
and all those coffees all this week.
No. Exactly.
Well, listen, since you guys are here and we got to get to the news, would you like to hear everything happen live in the moment?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
All right. Here we go. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
Stop that, dude. Stop that.
What?
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
Stop that. You're an animal.
Got you.
You're an animal.
Let's do the news.
Stop it.
Ladies, before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite? Jennifer, let's start with you.
So my favorite is Mocha.
Chanel, you're next.
Chanel.
Roz.
Is it because we played the pre-recording of...
Let's do the news.
You're the worst.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn have broken up after 6 years of dating. Source close to the couple confirm. However, Taylor's fans had already suspected this because Taylor's fans are very in tune with every single detail about what she does creatively. And last week in Arlington, Texas, Taylor substituted Invisible String with The One. So Invisible String, song that focuses on two soulmates. The One, a song that centers around a lost love and remembering what once was.
Oh.
So that small little substitution.
Yeah, they knew.
They knew.
Damn.
They knew. Right?
So that means what? We're going to get a new Taylor Swift album in like a year?
I guess, yeah. Yeah, but they worked really well together because like he was writing songs with her and stuff like this. Like he's credited with like co-writing a bunch of stuff on Folklore and Eras, I think it was. So anyway, yeah. So sad news for Taylor and Joe. But her fans knew. You cannot sneak anything by them. They know everything.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Jet Alexander was the kid who had a dream come true over the weekend. So it was Leafs Habs, and the game was 7-1 in favor of Toronto, and he was the sort of emergency call-up backup goalie. And with, like, I guess a minute left, they put him in.
And here we got an opportunity. What a great moment. Just going to ask you about that. Yeah, exactly. This is great. I mentioned before in Edmonton, similar thing. Matt Berlin came in, and here Samsonov with a pass on Jet Alexander. What a moment for him with a minute 10 in a 7-1 game. And what a gesture from Samsonov to a young goaltender who might not have wanted this call to the second period. That might have been a little much. But embraces this one. What a great moment. It's your dream to be in this position. Nothing but smiles. How about that? Gotta love it. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
So why do they do it? Was it just like
they
just
have
make a dream
to.
come true?
No. They have to. So he's a University of Toronto kid, right? So do you remember when the Zamboni driver had to play goalie that one time?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what happens is there has to be like in the building somebody there in case everything goes wrong for either team, injuries, whatever. That you have to have somebody there who's capable of playing goal, right? Like last week, Leafs goalie from like 20 years ago, Curtis Joseph, was the emergency backup, and he was like at the arena with all his gear in case they needed him.
Do you think he shows up to the arena with his gear just in case?
They have to. No, you have to have somebody now. You have to, right?
No, but for Cujo, like the guy hadn't played in forever. He just shows up as like a celebrity, right? But he still shows up with his gear.
But nobody even knows he's there, right? Like you don't even know who the
just kicking it in the back.
Yeah. So, but anyway, because of injuries and everything else, Toronto had to dress this kid.
Yeah.
And then it was a blowout game, 7-1, and this pissed off Montreal fans so much when it was a blowout. So they put the college kid in, right? Because it was like 7-1. Like that says something to your opponent,
what
right?
What a moment, though.
What a moment. So Dammit Morey caught up with the great Jet Alexander over the weekend.
How does it work? Like, are you there for many games and maybe today I get put on, maybe today I don't? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, well, like now the NHL, like every team has an emergency backup goalie at every game, just in case, injuries happen or whatever it may be. So just in the GTA, like U of T, TMU, like York, I think they, goalies can sign up and be the e-bug or whatever. And then obviously last night was a bit different because I actually got dressed and sat on the bench. But yeah, just kind of last minute they needed me and just happy to go.
Now, he did not face a shot in goal, right? But he was still out there. He still did his thing. And so how do you celebrate? What do you take away from the game other than the memories?
Now, did you get to take something? Was there some sort of trinket that you got to take home after the game? Like, did you get to keep a puck? Like, is there something to sort of put on a shelf to remember the moment by?
Yeah, I mean, I got a puck and a hat and stuff, and I got to keep get my jersey and everything like that, which is pretty special. So definitely some good souvenirs and keepsakes that I'll have to get framed, but it'll be something I'll get to keep forever, which is really cool as well.
So is he now like on the list?
Yeah, he played. Yeah, he's played in a
But like
for
on
the
the
Leafs
list of
because he's done this.
backups now.
He's done this before. No, yeah, I think that you just like these college kids just sign up is what he was
And you're
saying,
just there.
and you're just there. And if they need you, they need you. If they don't, they don't. Most times,
But
times they don't.
But he doesn't travel with the team, though.
No.
It's only
no.
for home games.
Yes, I believe. And I think he had done this before, too, with Colorado, where he had to play a period and just got absolutely shelled. Didn't he? Isn't that
That's right, yeah.
Maury, what would a hockey trinket be? When you asked that question, were there any trinkets that you kept? In your mind, what is a hockey trinket?
I thought that he was going to say that after the game, all of the players on the team signed like a stick for him or something.
Okay.
I thought that would be a cool
So
trinket.
a hockey stick is a trinket to you. Is that like I need to know like when you say trinket, like what are you thinking?
I'm thinking like, a keepsake, some sort of souvenir item.
Okay. So like
And he said hat, so
yeah, okay. So you're not
No,
like
he said jersey.
Yeah, he said
And
said
puck.
puck and jersey. Okay, so it's not like Ryan O'Reilly is making friendship bracelets, right? And then gives them to people in this situation,
or Michael
right?
Bunting's fancy socks.
Right.
Or
No,
like one-
socks aren't a trinket.
Or like one of them, maybe the earring that they wore to the arena.
Yes.
Instead of putting it back on before
Right.
they leave the arena,
Yes.
they say to Jet Alexander here
Yes.
as a memory.
Yes.
Token of our appreciation
Thank
for
you.
tonight.
Or Jet Alexander says, you know what, guys, you have no idea. Mitch Marner is like super into woodworking. You know what I mean? Gave me this, right?
Drill
like,
bit.
yes, like that. Like that's a trinket, right? He makes turtle keychains, right? Like something like that. Like that's a trinket.
So puck, not a trinket.
Not a trinket, man.
A puck is a puck.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy announced at the Star Wars celebration in London the other day that there are 3 live-action films on their way, saying that these are designed to expand the past, the present, and the future of the franchise. James Mangold, who directed Logan, is going to be directing one of them. He's also the director of the new Indiana Jones movie. Dave Filoni is going to be working with Jon Favreau on a movie. And then Academy Award winner Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, who recently directed 2 Miss Marvel episodes, is going to be directing the third, which will also star and bring back Daisy Ridley.
As Rey.
This was Daisy Ridley at Star Wars Celebration.
My celebration! My heart is pounding. Hi again. I am so thrilled to be at Celebration with all of you in London. Thank you, Kathy, Sharmeen, for having me back. I'm very thrilled to be continuing this journey.
So the Daisy Ridley film, they say, will be set 15 years after the rise of Skywalker and will, quote, tell the story of the rebuilding of the new Jedi Order and the powers that rise to tear it down. So it's a new Daisy Ridley one. I think one of the other movies, I think maybe the Dave Filoni movie, is going to be about the very first Jedi, the first of them who uses the Force and gets a lightsaber and all that.
I trust Dave Filoni.
Yeah, I think that's the movie that they're doing.
I'm excited. I saw they brought Hayden Christensen out.
Yeah.
To do a Q&A.
Right.
And let me tell you, the fan reception brought Hayden Christensen to tears.
Really,
on stage. It was incredible.
Yeah. I wish they had made a better Obi-Wan Kenobi show, though.
I know.
That show was dank. That's what they say on the streets when you don't like something.
Bro, my man pulling out the word dank.
Right? You know what I mean.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Let me read you this headline.
Okay.
The Dalai Lama regrets asking a boy to suck his tongue. Yo.
Wait, what?
Yo.
Say that again?
The Dalai Lama regrets asking a boy to suck his tongue. Okay? So.
Something that happened like in the past?
Okay, so no. So his office, the Dalai Lama's office, wanted to apologize to the child and his family, quote, for the hurt his words may have caused. There's a video, and they say that His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before the cameras. He regrets the incident. So the incident happened at the Dalai Lama's temple on February 28th, and in it, he's interacting with, like, there's 120 students there who had all completed a skills training program. And then one of the boys comes up and asks if he can hug the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama is just sitting there in his chair. And then the Dalai Lama sort of like motions to his cheek, like points at his cheek, right? And then the boy kisses his cheek. And then I guess the Dalai Lama like points at like his forehead and he kisses his forehead. And then after they're just like they're face to face together. And then after that, the Dalai Lama sticks out his tongue and says, okay, now suck my tongue.
Oh my God.
And then the boy sort of goes in for it. And then they both sort of pull back at like the same time. But here's the video if you don't believe me. So the boy's up there.
And suck my tongue.
Oh my God.
Right? And like one person laughs.
That's not behavior you would expect from the Dalai Lama.
No. But that's what they're apologizing for. So if you read the headline, like I just did, the Dalai Lama regrets asking a boy to suck his tongue. It's not from eons ago. It like happened recently, and
suck my tongue.
Right, and then he sticks his tongue out and like starts moving towards like the kid.
On, Dalai Lama.
Right,
You know better than this,
right?
The kind of stuff that you preach to the world.
Yes.
You know better.
I know.
Suck my tongue.
No.
Right.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Kieran Culkin was on Hot Ones talking about the what sort of post-Succession world is going to be like for him. Did you watch the episode last night?
Oh my God.
Did you watch it, Mocha?
I did not. No.
Oh, if you watch one episode, it needs to be last night's.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was okay.
Really? You didn't like it?
I thought, I don't know. I didn't think it needed to be 62 minutes.
My guy.
Yeah. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. Finally, stuff happening.
But you're
right?
not as enthusiastic about it as Daniel Murray and Gemma right now.
I know. I get it. I thought that they captured a moment like that sort of, in a very kind of realistic way. And I like what they're doing with Kieran Culkin's character a lot. I think that they're setting him up for some great stuff. But thought it was a great Tom episode. I just hate Kendall. And I thought that there was a little bit in the middle that was kind of like, meh. But it was fine. It was a good episode. Don't get me wrong. Great episode of television. So here's Kieran Culkin on what life is going to be like post-Succession.
Our last day of shooting was just a little over 2 weeks ago. And
wow.
I feel like I've just been home and I've been busy and I haven't had time to process it yet. I'm sure something like depression is going to hit at some point. I feel like I really, really know this guy and it's so much fun to play him. And at the same time, I didn't want to do it forever. I didn't want to get to a place where I was bored with it. But I guess I just... to me, it feels like there's so much more I wanted to do, which is probably a good thing.
God, Kendall's a psychopath, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he?
Facts,
right?
He is, yeah.
Yeah. What about
cold?
What about cold? What about Shiv? Walk it like the embrace and then what?
No spoilers,
Whatever.
guys. No. I mean, whatever.
Which is the one that was getting married?
Oh my
Connor.
God, Connor!
I'm not caught up.
It doesn't matter, right? Get caught up.
Yeah, you better watch the
right?
whole thing in a day.
Oh my God! What about? I mean, you're right, Maury. Connor looking at Willa being like, "Yo, is this for the money?" And she's like, "Yup." Right? Oh my God!
So good,
so good. Yeah, it was so good. It was a great episode.
How about
My
all
favorite.
those people who like the wrong priorities?
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
A stage musical version of The Bodyguard in the UK had to be halted when a riot broke out because audience members wouldn't stop singing along. So this all went down on Friday in Manchester, and the show was stopped several times because audience members decided that they wanted to participate while others in the crowd were telling them to shut up, and it became a whole thing. But it got unbearable apparently during the showstopper, which is was the I Will Always Love You. So they cut the person's microphone on the stage and brought up the lights, and then chaos erupted. The ladies being dragged out forcibly.
What?
Like secured. Listen, you can't hear anything except for chaos, right? So 2 women on the upper balcony were forcibly pulled out of their seats by security, and several police cars arrived to oversee the sort of evacuation and eviction of these 2 patrons. Right? So, and then everybody applauds.
Oh my God.
Everybody applauds when they drag these 2 women out. And they were fighting too. Like, they weren't going peacefully. Like, this one woman was like,
I need to sing Whitney.
Very much not wanting to go. Yeah, it was a ride at the Bodyguard, man. It's crazy.
Who would have thought?
Right?
They are not touring this show at all.
No, I know.
Now that the story is out there?
Yeah. Oh,
like
because
every city
people
that they go
are going
to, people are going to try to one up.
Right.
We could sing louder.
You think so?
Right? That's what people are going to say.
Oh, but could you imagine they were singing so obnoxiously loud from their seats.
But
and it's not like everybody was, right? It's not like the problem was not that the entire place erupted in song. It's that there were 2 women up in the balcony who were wailing at the top of their lungs along with all the songs.
But like, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't name another song from The Bodyguard.
No.
So were they just trying to sing "I Will Always Love You" throughout the entire?
I don't know.
Or they were trying to sing along to the other songs.
I don't know. And I don't know what other songs they've put in this, musical production or whatever else, right? But yes, the "I Will Always Love You" part is what got them booted. They cut the show. They cut the performer's microphone. It was so bad.
Turned into WrestleMania,
right?
Well, there's lots of good songs on. There's "I'm Every Woman," "I Have Nothing." There's "Queen of the Night." Great
Is I'm Every Woman on that? Yeah? Really, huh? Yeah, well, there you go. So I guess you could. Yeah. Oh man, I'd be going at "I'm Every Woman." Ha! You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Right? No. I just would in the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. I'm not.
You have to feel the vibe.
I wouldn't now, but I would.
The vibe isn't right.
This is not the moment, Maury. I am not every woman in this moment.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
More from Star Wars Celebration in London over the weekend. Yeah, I know.
Bro,
Rosario,
insane,
they
man.
dropped the trailer for, what is it, Ahsoka?
Yes. Oh my God, this show, because fans have been like nerding out for this character, especially since she appeared in Mandalorian in season 2. Because it was always rumored that she was going to make an appearance, but it was always, well, who's going to play her? And I don't know if it's because of the fans, but fan speculation that Rosario Dawson was going to be Ahsoka had been, I'd heard this for years. Right? And then she shows up, and then they dropped this trailer.
Something's coming. Something dark. I sense it.
This is a new beginning. For some, war.
And this trailer is just full of lightsabers.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's going to be great. Yeah.
So here is Rosario Dawson at the Star Wars Celebration.
Now, you spent quite a few years with the character already.
Yeah.
First playing her in live action in The Mandalorian season 2.
Yes.
I imagine you've gotten to know her quite well.
Yes, very, very well. And she's left quite the impression on me. It's definitely been, I think, a lifestyle change. I meditate every day. Ming would prefer if I trained every day still.
Yeah.
But we did a lot of that during it, and I'm looking forward to it. If you guys love it enough, hopefully we'll get a second season and get to do it again.
Oh, yeah. I think they're planning for more than one season, for sure.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Maple Leaf signed that Matt Kynes kid. So he's a college kid who is apparently like real good. And so they sign him to a 3-year, because the college tournament just finished on the weekend, right? So he's like this hotshot college kid, and they wanted him to come up and join the Leafs now so he can play in the playoffs with them, right? And listen to this deal. So because his team made it so far in the college finals, he finished his last game on like Saturday.
Yeah.
And then he signed his entry-level deal to play with the Leafs yesterday. And then he's going to come up and do, I think, 3 games with the Leafs before the playoffs. But he signed his entry-level deal, and his entry-level deal is 3 years. But listen to this deal, because it's $925,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
But listen to this deal for a kid right out of college. 3-year deal, but year 1 of the deal is over at the end of this season.
Come on.
So 3 games in the playoffs.
Not bad for a college kid.
Not bad.
$925,000.
Yes.
And if the Leafs get knocked out in first round,
right?
Like this kid is done in what, like 2.5, 3 weeks?
Yeah, it could be. He could have 7 games under his belt. 3 regular season. I think it's like 3 or 4 regular season, and then let's say that they don't do well in round 1. But yeah, this.
Hey, hold on a second.
Year 1 ends when this season ends.
If the Leafs can afford that much money,
yes,
for a kid out of college,
yes,
for let's say 1 month of work,
sure,
right?
Yeah,
y'all can afford to drop the prices of those tickets that fans are paying
that's
for.
How they afford to pay a kid $925,000.
I thought you were going to say drop the price of beer.
Yeah.
Okay. If you can afford that, then please drop the price
But I
of
think
beer.
you're missing the point here of how
No, I know,
the economics behind the situation.
I know. It just pisses me off.
They need to charge you, Mocha, 17. How much is a beer? I don't even know what a hockey game is.
$25?
What's that?
I thought it was $9
for a large. For a large. What's a large beer during a Leaf game?
$22, man.
What's a large beer during a Leaf game? Like
isn't it
one of the big ones.
$22.50?
That's crazy. Did you see the prices of food at the Masters?
No, how much?
Oh, hold on here.
Hit me.
Let me get that for you.
Oh, wow. $13 for a beer.
Yeah. Here, I'll let me read you this. So here's food at the Masters.
Yeah.
Sandwiches. Okay?
Yeah.
Ham and cheese on rye. $3.
Oh, wow. Affordable.
Egg salad sandwich.
Oh, yum.
$1.50.
That's it? A full sandwich. You're not talking about a half.
Cup of coffee, $1.50. Chicken biscuit, $2.
Is that this year?
Yes. Blueberry muffin, $1.50. Beverages, bottled water, $2. Domestic beer, $5.
Come on.
Imported beer, $5. Chardonnay, $6. Bag of chips, $1.50. Peanuts, $1.50. A mini moon pie, $1.
These prices are great.
$1.
Guys, we got to go to the Masters next year.
Right?
That's a good
Just for a
deal.
moon pie?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jay's home opener today.
Let's go, Blue Jays!
The,
Gates open at 5. First pitch is at 7:07. Alex Manoah taking the mound. Jays are currently 6-4.
Damn.
$20 general admission tickets are sold out for tonight's game.
Yep.
Get your poutine hot dog out there.
Tried it.
How was it?
So good.
Was it really? I mean, I imagine it would just be like a poutine hot dog, right?
It is a poutine hot dog.
But like, there's nothing, like it doesn't taste like anything else. It's not like, oh my God, when you put poutine on a hot dog, it actually tastes like this. It just tastes like a poutine on a hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
It's going to be good.
What a glorious thing that is, huh?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The U.S. is attempting to mend fences with key allies after leaked Pentagon documents claimed Washington has been spying on friendly countries, including South Korea and Israel. The disclosure of the highly classified material represents Washington's worst national security breach in many years and included details about Ukraine's lack of ammunition and U.S. intelligence.
They're roasting the Ukraine?
Collection methods. Well, because it's really America's war, right? Like they're fighting it. They're just making Ukraine.
What they saying? Like, haha, you got no bullets?
Well, they said May 2nd they're going to run out of heavy, the sort of heavy artillery. I don't know what they say. It's crazy, man.
So who leaked? Do we know?
We don't know. Officials are attempting to downplay the significance of the Pentagon documents, whose authenticity has not been independently confirmed, although some analysts suggest that the leaks of more than 100 highly classified U.S. defense documents could be the, quote, tip of the iceberg, warning that the U.S. could expect more damage to its reputation and relationships. But there's nothing to see here. So here is National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby.
Again, without confirming the validity of the documents, this is information that has no business in the public domain. It has no business, if you don't mind me saying, on the pages of front pages of newspapers or on television. It is not intended for public consumption, and it should not be out there.
Okay, cool. So like,
but why is it out there?
So
then?
so like don't.
So everyone's just like, don't click on the link.
It's like don't click this link, right? it's you know what I mean. If I was John Kirby, I would be spending my entire week setting up links for the Pentagon documents that when clicked was just that guy sitting on the edge of the bed.
Got him.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Nothing to see here.
Pentagon leaks.
Nobody would ever click it again, right? You got to get that out there. You got to get that out there.
These nuts. Got him. Got him.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, no, what?
Talking about Succession here. I don't know if you saw it, but the LA Times wrote an actual obit for Logan Roy.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Did you just spoil this?
Yes.
Like for Mocha?
It was in the LA Times. Listen, man, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Bro, not
It's
cool,
Tuesday.
man.
It's Tuesday.
So what?
So let me read you this. This is from the what? We're not going to talk about like a big thing that happened in the world of show business.
Yes.
No, we don't work like that. Watch the show.
Know, if this were opposite, if Roz didn't watch the show, he'd be pissed right now.
Not on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
No, not on a Tuesday. Not on a Tuesday. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. That's my own damn fault. So here's the headline from the LA Times. Logan Roy, conservative media mogul who shaped contemporary politics, dies at 84.
Oh, man, come on.
To his supporters, Roy, known for his dismissive catchphrase, F off, was unapologetic champion for conservative voices in mainstream media and a living example of free market by the bootstraps policies he espoused. To his detractors, Roy was more than any other single figure responsible for coercing the political discourse in the United States, eroding political trust in journalism, and providing a platform for xenophobia, misogyny, and climate denialism. And the LA Times put this editor's note. This obituary is of a fictional character, is a spoiler from season 4, episode 3 of HBO's Succession. It has been updated with a statement from his fictional children. So Brian Cox was on with Stephen Colbert last night, and here's what he had to say.
Is there anything you want to get off your chest for the last time as Logan Roy?
Yeah, I just want to get off one thing. Nobody understood him. I feel very sad about Logan. And I think his final moment to everybody is a very, very dear and good and kind and sweet and loving off.
Was that a good obit?
It's a full obit. Like like the LA Times obit is like 2,000 words. Like it's very like they actually wrote like a legit obit. But when he was on Colbert last night, they were talking about how they faked out fans from finding out because they were shooting scenes, I guess, at like a funeral. It made all these headlines, right? Where they show the cast attending a funeral. And on that day, Brian Cox was part of the cast that was getting out of. Yeah. So they had
So
him
nobody
there
knew.
because the paparazzi were taking a ton of pictures.
But now people are looking at the poster for the new season.
Yeah.
And there's like an Easter egg. And now people are understanding the Easter egg in the poster. It gave
Spoiler
them-
alert, Maury.
Oh, come on.
I hate you guys. Honestly. I hate you guys.
Best episode, right, Shem?
Really great. Yeah, solid episode, too. Solid episode. Anyway, you'll love it when you watch it, Mocha.
Thanks.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jeremy Renner was on with Jimmy Kimmel last night. He's doing the rounds. He did that big interview with Diane Sawyer. Now he's sitting down with Jimmy Kimmel for a little bit more of a lighthearted discussion about what happened. Again, this is like 4 months ago. Like Jeremy Renner was crushed by and I know they say snowplow, but you have to understand this was not a snowplow. This thing was a tank, and it did serious damage. And like 4 months later, the man is doing talk shows. So power to him. But here is Jeremy and Jimmy.
You broke more than 30 bones?
Yeah, it's like 30, 35 or so.
35 or so.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you have to say or so when you're counting up how many bones you broke?
We kept discovering them as they were going along because it went from critical order of priority of like, what am I going to die from or not? And then, it was 6 weeks later, finding another break and another break and another break. So
Let's put you in Evel Knievel territory.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's like I got lucky in a lot of ways. So I'm happy to be here. And,
Isn't it funny to say you got lucky after getting run over by a snowplow that broke so many bones?
Well, you have to think like it's a giant metal, like cookie roller, right?
Yeah.
And it just missed every vertebrae, right? Didn't hit any organs. My brain didn't swell, nothing like that. My eye did pop out. That's weird. But but I got very lucky that none of the organs got messed up into my
It
spine.
pierced your liver, though, right?
It pierced the liver, but it wasn't dangerous.
Collapsed lung.
Yeah, that's fine. I got another one.
How is he so whatever about
what
the
else
situation?
are you going to be?
You have to laugh.
Right? What else? What other
Lucky
choice
guy,
do you
though,
have,
huh?
right? There's a place to cry, Diane Sawyer. There's a place to laugh, Jimmy Kimmel. I think you have to go through it all when you're recovering from something like this. And here is what he thought sort of afterwards.
What's the best thing? I know this was a horrible thing that happened to you, but what's the best thing about it? Looking back at the whole deal.
I don't know if it's the best thing, but I think the first thing that when I did my first surgeries and from all the ribs and stuff, I woke up. First thing I ever thought about, my first conscious thought was like, holy hell, my calendar's freed up for the rest of the year. I'm like, yeah! I was making plans. I was making so many plans. I was going to buy a boat. I'm going to live in Mexico. I had all these plans I was going to make because my year was pretty jammed up until I got crushed, right?
It's a solid excuse.
It's grand. Now I'm like, no one can mess with me. I'm free.
Yeah. Kevin Feige's not calling and being like, yo, so we got to talk about season 2 of Hawkeye.
God, that guy's been through a lot, man.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Netflix announced that there is a new animated series that is going straight to series based on Stranger Things.
Animated.
So the plot.
So with all the kids?
Plot details for the series are being kept under wraps, although Stranger Things creators, the Duffer Brothers, said that it will be in the same vein of, quote, the old Saturday morning cartoons, a reference to 80s era stuff like Masters of the Universe, Gem and the Holograms, TMNT, G.I. Joe. It's unclear as of yet if any of the show's key cast will lend their voices to the animated series. I bet you Dustin does.
Oh, right? I think all of them except for 11.
Oh, I don't.
You don't think all of them?
No, I think it's going to be Dustin.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, have you guys done the Stranger Things experience yet?
No, what is that? I mean, I watched the show. Is that not enough?
No, it's
experience?
where you go through.
It's every couple of years when they release the season.
Yeah, I experience it. What is it?
I binge it on the weekend.
It's in town where you can go and be immersed in the Stranger Things world, and it's probably the coolest of all of the experiences
Like the upside
I've ever
down?
seen.
Like you go in the upside down?
You're in the upside down. You're in the lab and
What lab?
things.
Oh, like where 11
Yeah, like with the doctor,
What do you do
the
when
caster
when you're in
involved.
there? Just take pictures for Instagram, or is there stuff to do?
There's stuff to do. You have to help escape, right? So you're moving things
like an
with your
escape
brain
room?
and stuff and it's so crazy.
Oh wow! What'd you move with your brain?
Coke cans.
Did you really? Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd they do that?
You tell me.
Oh, so you did.
You tell us. You did it.
Yeah.
I did it with my brain.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so you're. Oh, really? Huh?
Yes.
Interesting. Do you have to save somebody?
You have to save yourself. Get out before the demigorgons get you.
So they have Is Vecna there as well?
Vecna is there.
Did you float in the air and your knees bend backwards?
No, thank God.
Millie Bobby Brown is engaged. We're going to experience more Stranger Things right now, more. If you haven't already experienced it enough. Millie Bobby Brown revealed that she is engaged to her boyfriend of 2.5 years, Jake Bon Jovi. If Jake Bon Jovi sounds familiar, it's because he is the 20-year-old son of John Bon Jovi.
Oh.
John Bon Jovi.
So she's going to be Millie Bobby Brown Jovi?
Not Brown Jovi. Brown Bon Jovi.
Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
Nah, it sounds cooler if she's just Millie Bobby Brown Jovi.
They should call her that. Millie Bobby Brown Jovi. You're right. That is a much cooler name.
Right? It sounds better, I think.
Yeah, Brown Jovi. Hey.
Oh!
Hey. Sad
What are
to
we
say,
doing over here? Brown Jovi.
I hate to say stuff like this, but this wedding, the marriage is not going to work.
No.
What?
Millie Bobby Brown, 19.
Bro, if you look on Twitter,
Jake Brown Jovi, only 20 years old.
she's 19 is trending right now.
Yes.
And everyone's like, she's 19. That's too young to get married. You don't
It
even
is
have your life
way-
figured
It's
out.
way too young. So she posted a picture of the two of them together saying, I've loved you for 3 summers now, honey. I want them all. He posted a picture that just simply read forever. So again, Jake Bon Jovi and Millie Brown Jovi are going to be the new it couple, right?
Somebody tweeted, she's 19 and engaged, and I'm 18 and doing what celebrity am I quizzes when I'm supposed to be doing my assignment.
Yes. And I understand you grow up quick when you're in show business, right? Like it's just a sort of fact of it all. But, marriage at 19, like,
Maybe it'll work. Let's give her some love.
not going to work.
My dad got married at 19.
How'd that work out?
I'm here.
Yeah, how'd that work out, though?
Not so good.
No. Jeez, why you got to roast your own pops like that,
I
more?
know.
Like I wasn't going to bring up Frank.
Yo, no, it was
Like,
a man's birthday last week
yeah,
and everything.
I know.
Not cool.
Not cool,
You know who
dude.
feels great about this story?
Yeah.
Your stepmother, Donna.
Yeah,
Always.
loves it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kim Kardashian is joining the season 12 cast of American Horror Story.
Hey!
Creator Ryan Murphy said Kim is among the biggest and brightest television stars in the world, and we are thrilled to welcome her to the AHS family. Emma Roberts and I are excited about collaborating with this true force in the culture. So there you go. I didn't know that show was still on the air.
The last season was really good.
12 seasons. Gadzooks. What? What?
Can you please?
What? That's a thing, man. People say that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Shem, can you check the archives real quick? It
Yeah.
was like 2-3 weeks ago when I jokingly said Gadzooks. And Roz called me out on it. And I said, you've said that before. And Roz said he's never said Gadzooks.
He said it Roz has said it many times.
You're all liars. I don't even know
And
why
I think
I'm
it was
here anymore.
I think it was during the news.
Okay, I'll take a look.
No, Shem, come on.
Yeah, sorry,
Why
I
gotta
don't think so.
do that?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Emily Ratajkowski is single. She was making out, as we know, with Harry Styles. And she was with Pete Davidson, I guess, for a little while. So it's very difficult to listen to. I'm just going to warn you right now. So this is Emily Ratajkowski on a podcast called Forbidden Fruits, where the show is hosted by Nikki Takish and Julia Fox. So this is Emily Ratajkowski, Nikki Takish, and Julia Fox all talking about being single.
This is literally my first time being single. Yes, I've had a boyfriend since I was like 14 years old.
And what were the gaps in between? Like
you're
like
a master at being single.
Thank you. I'm really
doing
enjoying it.
Like everyone should take pointers from
I'm trying
her.
to like dodge the cuffs, you know?
Yeah.
That's the hard part. But that's okay.
Because a lot of these guys like want to like wife you.
Guys are just like, I think a lot of men are like very lonely and want a relationship more than they would even say. That's kind of my takeaway from dating so far, to be honest.
Right.
I want to do
they
that
all
show.
sound exactly the same.
Oh, the exact same.
And you know what's funny is that both of them, the other two, Julia Fox and
Nikki Takesh,
the two of them, I believe, were at one point on Emily Ratajkowski's podcast as well. Like they all got podcasts and they just like guest on each other's podcast.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Russell Crowe's new movie, The Pope's Exorcist, is based on the supposed true story of a priest who performed exorcisms for the Vatican. Unfortunately, the International Association of Exorcists are not happy with the trailer. Not impressed.
There is a case that needs your attention. Bring me the priest.
I'm here to help, Julia.
Okay, so they say the
Terrifying.
movie doesn't give a reliable picture of, quote, such a delicate and relevant topic as exorcisms. They say that its purpose is to rouse strong and unhealthy emotions such as anxiety, restlessness, and fear. They also think the movie will, quote, instill the conviction that exorcism is abnormal, monstrous, and a frightening phenomenon, which they say is the exact opposite of what occurs in the context of exorcisms. Nothing occurs in the context of exorcisms.
Have you seen the trailer for this movie?
No.
Bro.
I love an exorcist movie. It's fiction.
It
you know what I mean?
looks
It's folklore. It's I don't know what the word is I'm looking for here.
I look forward to watching this movie during the day, though.
Yeah. Oh, yes, for sure during the day.
Not at night. Like I'm not scared. It's just I don't have time at night.
Yeah, I know. You're very busy at night. You got a lot of nighttime things going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have all the time during the day to watch a movie about the exorcisms.
Yes, but too much busyness at night, though.
Yeah.
You got all this stuff you got to do, pants, the whole thing.
Oh, sure.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Weeknd debuted a new track. Was it last night on IG? Is that the deal?
Yeah, it was on IG Live, and he previewed a song that apparently is going to be teaming up with Future. It was just him playing the song through his speakers in a studio. It's going to pick up in a second. It changes tempo completely. But he's got to get all his weekend stuff out of the way, right?
Yeah.
I think it's right here.
Better be good.
Come on. Okay, sorry, right here now. Okay, ready?
Here
we go. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, and. That's fine. You like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's the weekend.
I thought you said kick in. I thought it was going to suddenly become some dance track.
You can't dance to this?
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah.
Bro.
You could. I don't think you're supposed to dance alone to this. I think
And not, thank God nobody can see what you're doing, because I don't know what the hell that is.
I think
if the Weeknd ever saw you dancing like that to this song, he wouldn't release this track.
Maury dances like I hold a pee. You know what I mean? Knees together, pinch the tip, back and forth, sway. Sway, baby, sway.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Big story of the day. It is Mocha's birthday today.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Mocha, are you interested in finding out who you share a birthday with?
Yes, let's start with the wrestlers.
Okay. I don't have any wrestlers on my list.
Nice to know that you guys really know me.
Okay.
Are there any wrestlers with a birthday
just
today?
Wait, then. Hold on. Jeez. Don't
almost
just
14
pause.
years.
Okay, pause,
together.
pause. Hold on here. Wrestlers born on, what's the date today?
April 12th.
Oh, my
Thank
God.
you.
Thanks.
Wrestlers. Oh my God.
There
Just wait, Maury. Don't spoil it for me. Okay, I got a giant list here starting at January 1st. So hold on here. Let me scroll down my list here. April 12th, you said?
Mm-hmm.
April. Oh, yeah, there aren't any. It goes from, there's no wrestlers of note born on April 12th.
Are you on tpww.net?
No. Oh, yes, I am.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah. Is that the official, that's
It
where you
is.
get all your information from?
Yeah.
Okay, it goes from April 11th, and then it skips to the 14th.
Oh,
Yeah. So Balls Mahoney was born on April 11th.
classic. Yo, big up balls. What?
So you and Balls almost shared a birthday.
Celebrate balls.
Yeah, but but Balls came out a day before you did.
It's okay. I don't mind. Do your thing, balls.
All right, cool. Also, Harley Race was yesterday as well. King Harley Race. Yeah, so there you go. Sorry. So, Mocha, you do share a birthday with Saoirse Ronan.
Who?
Saoirse Ronan, actor. She's very talented.
Oh, didn't Saoirse won like a
Something.
Oscar?
Something like that. Yeah.
Academy Award like last year
think
or something
so.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay, Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse Ronan, she's 29 today.
Have a great Saoirse. Happy birthday.
Andy Garcia.
The great
Mocha.
Andy Garcia.
How old is Andy Garcia, Mocha?
Andy Garcia, Godfather 3. Andy Garcia is 58?
67.
Oh, wow.
David Letterman.
David Letterman,
How
the
old
great.
is David Letterman, the great David Letterman?
77 years old.
76 years old. Ed O'Neill, a.k.a. Al Bundy, a.k.a.
Say it. Jay Pritchard.
Jay Pritchard. Thank you.
Ed O'Neill is 82.
77.
Oh.
So there you go.
It was also the late Tiny Tim's birthday today.
Oh, tiptoe through the tulips. You don't know who Tiny Tim is, do you, Mocha?
No.
No?
Or
Wrestler?
the tulips.
He's not a wrestler. No.
Great name for a wrestler, though.
Yeah, Balls Mahoney and Tiny Tim. That'd be a
Greatest tag team ever. Tiny balls.
Oh, my God.
Hold on here. Hold on here. Just so you know, Mocha, back in the day,
Yeah.
Tiny Tim was a very eccentric sort of artist singer who became famous because he was a ukulele player. He used to do the Carson show and everything else. If you want to turn up my computer, I have no problem introducing you to Tiny Tim.
Whatever he did to this song.
Oh, my God. That sounds old.
By the window, that is where I'll become tiptoe.
That's a dude?
With me. Oh, tiptoe from the garden, by the garden, on the willow tree. Come tiptoe through the
How old is this guy? Like 1,000?
Don't make fun of him on his birthday.
This is like the epitome of old-timey. Even old people are like, damn, that's old.
Believe it or not, this video's in color.
No,
Like,
it's
this
not.
isn't that old.
It wasn't filmed in color.
Yeah, it was.
In color corrected.
Yeah, it was.
in the garden, in the moonlight.
So how old is Tiny Tim?
No, he died in 1996.
He's
Poor guy. R.I.P. Tiny.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, Taylor Swift approves of Millie Bobby Brown and Jake Bon Jovi's engagement. If you remember, and I didn't even catch this yesterday, but when Taylor Swift posted that shot of, when Millie Bobby Brown posted that shot of the engagement, her caption was, "I've loved you 3 summers now, honey. I want them all," which is a line from Lover, the Taylor Swift song, which I didn't know that. And Taylor Swift yesterday liking the post.
Okay.
Throwing a like up there.
Got the cosign.
Right? So Taylor Swift approves. A lot of people still having a very negative reaction to what would be a wonderful day for Millie Bobby Brown because, of course, Millie Bobby Brown is 19, Jake is 20. People feel that is too young. Too young, because everybody started digging up the Ariana Grande quote when she commented on a picture of Millie Bobby Brown. I guess it was last year where Ariana Grande said, "I wasn't even allowed out of the house until I was 20.
Yeah. 18.
Right?
Or 19.
Yeah, 19.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There was a great list that popped up, which was sort of like pop culture facts of the early 2000s. And some of them are like Anne Hathaway was actually the 9th choice to play Andy in The Devil Wears Prada.
That's gotta hurt.
9th apparently. Finding Nemo is like the highest DVD sales ever sold. I don't even know. Stuff like that, right? But the one that was on there that a lot of people did not know, even as massive Shrek fans, because I'm a massive Shrek fan, which is I had no idea that they originally did the movie with all of Mike Myers' parts, not in a Scottish accent.
What, just in like a Mike Myers voice?
And then he actually went and asked to redo it. And I was like, that's crazy. But Mike Myers tells the story. This is Mike Myers telling the story from 2008 on Inside the Actors Studio.
Initially, I did it with a very thick Canadian accent. And then I determined that the accent that is of the people that I feel warmth towards and kinship are Scottish people. Scottish people have an amazing ability to go from happy to angry. And part of the things of ogres is that they're angry folk. And so if you go to a Scottish person's house, it can be, "Oh, that's great. I'm so glad you came over. Now would you take your shoes off?" I had recorded all of it one way, and I said, "I can do better." And Steven Spielberg said, "Great." And I redid all of it. And then I got a letter from Steven Spielberg saying, "Thank you very much for caring."
And apparently, according to the story, it cost to redo all of Mike Myers' parts $4 million is what it costs to redo everything and resync everything and the time and the effort and all of that stuff. Yeah, so Shrek was originally like a hardcore hoser.
Like, that'll do, donkey, eh?
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah. Give her. Right?
Get out of here, Lord Farquhar.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, he was originally a hoser, which is super. I can't even imagine.
I'll go save the princess, eh?
I can't even imagine that now. Shrek like that.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
A lot of people freaking out over this Korean movie on Netflix. I haven't seen it yet.
Which one?
They're saying it's like the scariest thing they've ever seen.
What's it called?
It is called...
The scariest thing you'll ever see.
The scariest thing
That
you'll
would
ever
be
see.
brilliant. Please tell me that's what it's called.
No.
I wonder if it's the one. I saw a trailer for something on Netflix, and then it was like dubbed over, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I think that's.
I wonder if that's
I think
the one.
that's what it is. Hold on here.
It popped up as like a feature.
The movie's called Unlocked. And I think why it's so scary is that the premise of the film is this girl leaves her phone on a bus, right? She forgets it on a bus. And somebody finds it and they get a hold of her. And the guy's like, hey, found your phone. The screen was broken. So I brought it to get fixed so I could find out whose phone this was. Why don't you just come and meet me and I'll just give it back to you? And she's like, okay, cool. That's real nice. And then I guess he gives her the phone. But what he has done is put spyware on her phone. So he can now see, hear everything that's going on in her life.
God.
No.
No.
Right? And then he uses that to,
I hate when horror movies are actually stuff that could really happen.
Yeah.
No, because if somebody, you think I'm going to go and meet up with some random?
If
on
you
the
lost
street?
your phone
and
somebody said, "Hey, I found your phone," you're not going to go and get it? Of
course you would.
Of course you would.
With the cracked screen, I would. Not if they said, I would be very suspicious if they said, "Oh, I was nice enough." Who's going to be nice enough?
I don't know if that's I don't know, but that's just like that's what they just used. It may be more detailed than that. But if somebody said, "I found your phone," you would be like, "No, no, you wouldn't." You would go and get your phone.
I guess I would.
Yeah.
Like who wouldn't, right?
Right.
That gives me chills even
Right.
thinking about
And
it.
so he cracked the phone and put all sorts of stuff on it so he could then track everything that she
So it's a
does.
Korean movie on Netflix, and they're saying what is the scariest
The
ever?
people are like, "Thank God I watched this during the day." Yeah.
This is a during the day scary movie.
Yeah, that's what people.
Yo, that's right up my alley.
That's what people are saying.
Not because I'm
that it's-
scared to watch stuff at night,
That it's
but
the creepiest thing they've ever seen.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Hey, did you watch Beef yet?
So Jen and I started. We're like a couple episodes in.
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
Right?
The writing in this show is amazing.
Right? Shem, did you finish?
Bro, Beef is listen, Ali Wong and Steven Yeun need awards.
Yes.
It's
one of the best shows I've seen in a very long time.
Please go watch. I think it's like 8 or 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
They're quick. It's so
and
good.
let me throw another show out because I know I always like to recommend shows.
Yes.
Right? So there is a show, I don't know where it is, maybe Apple TV, I think, something like that. It's called The Big Door Prize.
Okay.
It is so cool. This show is so amazing.
Can you give us a quick synopsis?
Quickly, the Big Door Prize is like a regular sort of town, right? People, regular folk, right?
on Apple.
And then, thank you, Maury. And then this like arcade photo booth machine just mysteriously shows up in the local convenience store.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay. And what happens is you go in and you pay $2 and you push a button and it spits out a card, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the card that it spits out is your greatest potential in life. And so everybody gets their card and they start living out their greatest potential. Some people get dancer.
Wow.
Right? Like a teacher at the school got biker. She spends her retirement money on a Harley. But there's like a dark part to this show that I haven't even got to yet. But I'm telling you, it is the coolest show. If you finish Beef, go and watch The Big Door Prize. It's
Like,
amazing.
what if my card spits out like murderer?
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Like
I'd be terrified.
Yes.
Like
but
at some point in my life, moving forward, I'm going to murder someone?
Some people get great things and some people get not great things.
What if you get something that's like super boring and you don't want to do it?
Well, that's the whole thing is
Like
that
accountant?
there's
Yo, if I got accountant, my dad would be so happy.
Bro. But like there's some people in the show who get these wonderful things, right?
Yeah.
Like leader or whatever. And then some people in the show get exactly where they are currently in life. Like they are living their greatest potential in a really boring job, right?
no.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Ariana Grande has been filming the Wicked adaptation in London recently. Has come under like a lot of comments on social media where people have pointed out her weight, saying that she doesn't even look the same anymore because she is so thin. And in a sort of rare moment, she took to social media last night and did like a 3-minute video response to people who have a lot to say.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to address your concerns about my body and talk a little bit about what it means to be a person with a body and to be seen and to be paid such close attention to. I think we should be gentler and less comfortable commenting on people's bodies, no matter what. If you think you're saying something good or well-intentioned, whatever it is, healthy, unhealthy, big, small, this, that, sexy, not sexy. We just shouldn't. We should really work towards not doing that as much. There are many different kinds of beautiful. There are many different ways to look healthy and beautiful. I know personally for me, the body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly. You never know what someone is going through. So even if you are coming from a loving place and a caring place, that person probably is working on it or has a support system that they are working on it with, and you never know. So be gentle with each other.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. People got a lot to say, man.
Yeah, she's not wrong, though. Be gentle.
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It's grilled cheese sandwich day today.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Which is a lunch food or breakfast food?
Lunch food.
Oh, it's anytime.
Interesting.
I know we've debated this so many times.
Interesting.
How do you feel again?
Don't worry about how I feel. I feel great. That restaurant Serendipity 3 in New York, is there Serendipity 1 and 2?
No, it's because it's named after three guys that created it.
Oh.
Who are the guys? What are their names?
Well, I know Stephen Bruce, but it's Serendipity.
Stephen and Bruce?
No, Stephen Bruce. First name Stephen's, last name Bruce. Stephen Bruce.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting when you're
first
saddled
names
with
for
two
your
first names.
Yeah. Okay, and who are the other guys?
Oh, I don't know that. It's like the tenors. You only know one.
Yeah, that's not true.
Wow. Bro.
I know.
Group effort.
I know, right?
Like it's
so
three of
many.
them. That can't, that's so
Yeah,
rude.
but there's three tenors, but you can't name all three.
I can't name all. Yeah, but I know. Well, anyway.
Yeah, hold on here. The three tenors were
Stephen, Bruce,
no,
Craig,
the three
Luciano Pavarotti,
Placido Domingo, and
Andrea Bocelli.
no, he wasn't. He wasn't.
It's always and the other guy.
And the other, yeah. But so I got two.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said you only remember one.
I only remember one.
Right.
You got
okay.
Placido Domingo.
Okay. So Jack John, what was that guy's name?
Stephen Bruce.
Stephen Bruce. Anyway, so they are back at Serendipity 3 in New York with the world's most expensive sandwich, which is their version of a grilled cheese. It is so detailed that you actually have to order it 2 days in advance, and it will cost you $214 for this grilled cheese sandwich. Here is Chef Joe Calderone going through all the ingredients.
Joe Calderone!
The quintessential grilled cheese sandwich. So we start with bread, and this is not your ordinary bread.
Oh.
This is a French Pullman loaf that is baked with Dom Perignon champagne, 24-karat edible gold flakes. We're going to take a little bit of white truffle oil, just baste the bread. Then we are going to slather it in grass-fed butter that's infused with white truffles. This cheese here is Caciocavallo Portolico cheese, and the sandwich is ready.
Oh, Joe Calderone!
I would not share that sandwich.
$214.
You don't share any sandwiches.
I know. Like, I don't know. Like, I could give you a sandwich of people, and you'd be like, no, it's my sandwich. It's my sandwich.
Question.
Yeah.
Joe Calderone.
Yeah, too much truffle.
Wasn't that Lady Gaga's alter ego? Remember when she dressed in
you're right.
In the leather jacket, and she did the slick back hair and the cigarette hanging out of her mouth? Wasn't it Joe Calderone?
You're right, Joe Calderone.
No,
See?
it was not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mocha, how do you... Mocha, one of the reasons why we celebrate you on a day like your birthday is because you remember everything. You remember everybody's name. People will call this show and they'll be like, oh my God, I haven't talked to you guys in years. And you will go, hey, you're a school teacher, right? How's your kid? You just had a kid the last time we talked to you. And they're like, yeah, the kid's 4 now. Like, you remember everything. And not only do you remember everything about real people, you remember everything about fake people. Yeah. To remember Joe Calderone.
From 2010.
From 2010. That was Lady Gaga's guy alter ego.
Yeah. Boom, forget about it.
How do you remember that?
Joe Calderone with the gabagool.
I'm looking at these pictures.
Was I right with the description? Leather jacket, slick back hair, cigarette hanging out of the mouth?
Yeah. This is back when Lady Gaga was doing weird stuff, man. I saw a clip of Lady Gaga from back in the day where she had some performance artist on stage with her who was vomiting on her while she played.
Ew!
Because I guess like the artist like swallowed like all sorts of green paint or something like that, and Lady Gaga's sitting there playing the piano, and this woman standing over top of her just like vomiting all over. Like, Lady Gaga used to do something.
Lady vomit on command
with your. I don't know, man. She was like real helping herself out too. Like Lady Gaga was into some weird ass stuff, right? That was Lady Gaga, by the way, not Joe Calderone. Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jamie Foxx was hospitalized on Tuesday for some sort of mystery medical emergency while he was filming in Atlanta with Cameron Diaz.
Hold on, medical emergency or like there was an accident?
There was nobody knows. So it was an undisclosed medical condition, and his daughter, Corinne Fox, went on social media and said, "We wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery." They went on to say, "We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers." The family asked for privacy during this time. They did not reveal what the medical issue was that he suffered, but a source described the issue to TMZ in more serious terms, calling it a medical emergency, though they said Fox is now communicating again. So I guess there was a period where he was
or a stroke
not.
or something?
Don't know.
Huh.
Don't know.
Wow.
But that's crazy. Because
no matter how healthy you are, like Jamie Foxx is relatively a healthy guy.
But bro, you know,
But who knows? Who knows? Like, I don't know.
Days.
Yeah, I know.
You know, who knows what somebody's doing. 55, though, is how old Jamie Foxx is.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So first, we talked a little bit about the Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson mockumentary type thing that they're doing. So Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson are moving their families together where they will play a fictionalized versions of themselves to a farm. And Matthew McConaughey revealed the title of their show, which is the most Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson title ever, which is simply Brother from Another Mother. and I guess in it, like what they discovered, because he was talking to Kelly Ripa about this, where they've always had this incredible connection, Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. And they even say that like they'll look at pictures of themselves when they were kids, and it's hard to tell which one is Matthew and which one is Woody.
Don't tell me they're related.
So I guess what happened at some point, Matthew McConaughey, because if you read his book, like his mom and dad got divorced, like I don't even know, like 4 or 5 times or something like this, right? So I guess what happened is that they were sitting around at some point and Woody Harrelson mentioned his dad, and then Matthew's mom said, "Oh, I knew him." And
like, "Oh, I knew him," or "Oh, I knew him."
So then they started to like really be like, what kind of new was that new? And they were like investigating on timelines and everything else. And they realized that at around that time that Woody's dad would have been on leave from the military. And it was also one of the periods of one of Matthew's parents' divorces. And so there is this slight possibility that maybe they might be brothers in real life. So it's crazy, right? So I don't know what's going on with that.
Are they going to do one of those like 23andMe?
Well, that's what they said. They were like, we should do a DNA test. And then, you know, Matthew was like, do I really want to find out that my father isn't really my father? Like, I don't know if I actually want to do that, right? Wow. Yeah. So anyway, can't wait for that show. HBO Max merged with Discovery Plus in the States, so it is now just simply called Max. They've announced a new Harry Potter TV series, and not a spinoff, but like Harry Potter, but just with an all-new cast.
Okay.
So basically they're rebooting Harry Potter for television is what it's looking like is happening. There's also a series based in the universe of The Conjuring. There is a new Big Bang Theory spinoff that Chuck Lorre is putting together. Robert Downey Jr. is doing some new show where he plays multiple characters. That's not coming out till 2024. And then the big one. So there's a new Game of Thrones. There's a new Gremlins. And Colin Farrell's The Penguin, which is a spinoff from the Batman.
They released a trailer for it as well.
Yeah.
Actually, what they did was they didn't call it like a trailer.
No.
They called it a in production trailer. So here's like what they pieced together so far.
This is one of those moments.
Damn.
You gotta ask yourself, what kind of life do I want? The world ain't built for guys like us. That's why we gotta take whatever we decide is ours.
This Carmine Falco's right hand. Try to push me out. Whoa, hey! You ain't seen what I can do.
The trailer trailer is menacing. It's dark. I don't think there's any daytime scenes whatsoever.
No. So apparently this will lead into the new Batman 2.
Yeah.
And then after Batman 2, they're going to be doing the Arkham TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the Arkham TV show, that will lead into the end of the trilogy with Batman 3.
Wow.
Right? So
it's like straight up just mafia style.
yeah, it is.
That's like he just looks like a mafia don.
Yeah. Do we have time for True Detective?
Yes, because this show looks amazing.
So Jodie Foster is the new lead in the new version of True Detective, which I don't know where they shot this, like Alaska or something like
Alaska,
that. Is
yeah.
it?
Listen to this.
It's cold.
Some people come to Alaska to escape, get away from something. Sometimes they come here looking for something. Sometimes they find it.
Oh, damn.
I'm working on this case. These men disappeared 48 hours ago.
It was the last sunset before the long night. Theory is they went out to watch it. It was a weather event.
Now, I'm treating this like a murder case.
Bro, this
Damn,
like
I know.
watch a full trailer. It looks really, really good. This new season of
So
True Detective.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Because of the pitch clock at MLB games are much shorter, down 31 minutes on average, I believe.
Wow, that's a lot.
The old time was 3 hours and something, and now they're down to 2 hours and 38 minutes. This is the fastest average since 1984. But the problem is that means they're not selling as much beer at the stadiums as they normally would, or hot dogs, or Twizzlers, or poutine, or pizza, or anything.
Sure.
And already 3 teams have extended their, because you can never buy a beer after the 7th inning stretch,
Yeah.
right? Which is stupid because sometimes those last couple innings can go on forever.
Yeah.
So already the Arizona, Texas Rangers, and Minnesota Twins have extended beer sales until the 8th inning. So
The rest of the league will follow.
yeah, because it's not. I thought it was league mandated, but it's actually not. Like
Stadium?
Teams can just. Everybody just decided that's when you stop selling
Then
beer.
why not sell beer till the 9th inning?
I don't know.
Because sometimes you want a beer when you've been sitting there for like 2 hours.
Yeah, like
On top of the other beer you've been drinking for the past 2 hours.
yeah, right.
Come on, Jays, do the right thing.
Right? Yeah, I know. Like, why? It's weird, right?
They'll have to at the Rogers Center because they have those patios now, so they're going to have to extend it.
I guess
You can't stand there with no beer.
No. But
I got a great idea for Rogers Center.
Which is what?
Because of those kind of just the outfield, the new sections, right?
Yeah.
How it's like all loungy and they're trying to
The
make
outfield
it
district.
Yeah.
right. Y'all should just have after parties after every game.
And just let people hang out.
Just let people hang out
for like an
Yes.
hour.
Hour and a half.
Okay.
Keep serving drinks.
Yeah.
Get a DJ in there to spin some music.
That has a potential.
lights down a
that has the
little bit.
potential to get messy, though.
Right?
That really has the potential to get messy.
So
yeah. Okay.
Is that a bottle service?
Bottle service.
Move it to the field.
Move it to the.
No, now that's ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
God, too bad they don't have that hotel anymore, huh?
They do.
Do they?
The hotel's still there.
No, it's
the Marriott's
not.
still there, yeah.
Is this? They still have the hotel?
Of course
they do.
Why don't you hear stories about people parking in the windows anymore?
Because I guess people close the blinds now.
Oh, I thought they got rid of. I didn't think the hotel existed anymore.
Yes, of course.
It still exists. You can still watch a game from the room.
I'm there Friday watching a game.
In the hotel room?
Yes.
Oh no.
With your husband?
No, with my best friend.
You always wanted to go
Don't you
viral.
worry.
Yeah. Now's the time, more. You can go viral, baby.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, how about bunk beds on an airplane?
Yes, please.
Lit.
So, Air New Zealand is hoping to change the way people fly, and not necessarily even in first class or business class, but for economy customers. That is their sort of base, because to get to New Zealand from really anywhere is a very, very long flight. And so starting September 2024, as part of their airline's retrofitting, they're changing the whole dynamic of flying on their Dreamliners. So there will be bunk bed pods that are stacked 3. So it's not a 2-bunk bed. It's a 3-bunk bed. Okay, for long haul flights, because in all their research, they asked people what the most important thing was on a long flight, and every single person said the ability to sleep, which up until now has just been reserved for people who can afford thousands and thousands of dollars for a lie flat seat in first class. But now customers in economy can pre-book these sleeping pods where it is like
they're stacked.
They're stacked 3 high, and they're 6 feet 7 inches long and 2 feet wide.
Would you want the top, middle, or bottom?
Doesn't matter. So much room for activities.
I wouldn't want the top. You're too close to the roof.
Yeah, but no, you're the same in all 3.
But I thought that if you're in the top, is not the overhead bin still above you?
No.
I thought that they started
No, it
squishing
looks cool, man. Like, they really did this up. Like, it looks awesome because this same airline, these are the people that basically you could book if you were traveling with your family and you booked a row, you could upgrade in economy to basically what was a couch.
Yeah.
Right? So like if you were flying with like you and Jenna and your kid, like you could just lie on the couch and fall asleep like you would at home.
That's amazing.
It was this like sort of like it was a one long seat as
Sure.
opposed to individual seats.
I'm down.
Kind of thing, right?
Absolutely, I'm down.
you could book that. So it's apparently an affordable price, and they're bringing bunk beds to airplanes.
Sure,
I'd want the
bottom.
You would want the bottom,
So you could just
huh?
sort of roll out and go to the bathroom, not climb down.
Now, keep in mind, bottom is basically ground level, right?
I know,
like
yeah.
like it's on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least you're not having to climb down to go to the bathroom.
But middle's just like a regular bed height.
Yeah.
Hey, how would you eat a meal?
What do you mean?
Like if you're in a pot, like in one of those things, you'd have to eat lying down?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like you'd have to roll onto your stomach.
I think maybe you still get a seat and then you can just take yourself to bed at some point.
You get 2 things?
Right? Yeah, like I don't know, but there's a TV in there too.
What?
Like, yeah, you can sit and watch a movie, fall asleep. I don't know if I could relax on 24 inches though. I'd be worried.
A little too much?
I wouldn't be. Yeah. No, it's not enough.
Oh.
Like I couldn't get comfortable knowing that I only had 24 inches and then like I could just move wrong once and break something. Right? Like that's why I would have to be on the bottom.
See?
Just in case.
Just in case.
Turbulence
Yeah.
knocks you out of the bed.
Right. 24 inches isn't big.
Well,
that's not big. That's not big. Oh, shut up, both of you. Jackasses.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Shawn Mendes still out there at 24, looking like he's still dating Dr. Jocelyn Miranda, 51, his chiropractor.
What?
Yeah. They spent a lot of personal time together, out for breakfasts and things.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I think that's real bad for business because when you go to her website, like she lists like who she works with, like sports teams, and the Biebers are on there, and Shawn Mendes is on there. Like if you're
Is she spilling secrets?
No. If you're the doctor that rubs down dudes for a living and then dates them, you think any NBA wife is going to let you work on their husband? Hell no.
It's not a rub down though.
Hell no.
It's an adjustment.
Uh-huh.
Good for Shawn Mendes. Find you a good chiropractor.
Should we
like
clap?
that? Yeah, I'll clap for Shawn Mendes.
I was clapping for her.
No, I'm not clapping for somebody who's got doctor in front of their name starts dating a patient.
Sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants.
You know who said that originally? Woody Allen.
Don't do that.
Wow, Maury.
Don't do that.
Damn, Maury, by the way, quoting.
Yeah, Woody Allen, when he started dating the adopted daughter of his then wife. That's when he said that. The heart wants what the heart wants.
Everyone uses that.
Know the source material.
Yeah. That's who you're quoting right there, Moore. When he was married to Mia Farrow, and Mia Farrow adopted Sun Yi, and then when she was a little girl, like a child, and Woody Allen played the part of her dad, and then she got old enough, and they went off together. The heart wants what the heart wants.
I was quoting movies it's from, not him.
Yeah.
Man.
Google Woody Allen, the heart wants what the heart wants.
No,
Moore.
don't do that. You'll just.
Oh my God, it comes up.
Yeah. Oh, it does. It does.
Don't do that.
It's from 2011.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
You get free back adjustments anytime you want.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Right.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Got to talk about this scam. AI, first of all, it's terrifying. We were having this conversation in the house last night. Like, there's just too much going on. It's moving too fast, and idiots are now able to access the tech. That's when everything starts going downhill. So this is a mom that I want to play. Her name is Jennifer DiStefano.
Okay.
And she got a call from a kidnapper. And the first voice she heard was her daughter. And they said that they wanted $1 million, and then they dropped it to $50,000, or they were going to hurt her and drop her off in Mexico. And she's hearing her daughter's voice on the phone screaming. Okay, her daughter's voice on the phone screaming. She's terrified. And then they realize that the kid is actually at home, and the voice she heard on the phone was AI, her daughter.
I pick up the phone and I hear my daughter's voice and it says, Mom, and she's sobbing. And I was, what happened? And she's like, Mom, I messed up. And she's sobbing and crying. And then I hear a man's voice say, put your head back, lie down. And this man gets on the phone and he's like, listen here, I've got your daughter. This is how it's going to go down. You call the police, you call anybody. I'm going to pop her stomach so full of drugs, I'm going to have my way with her and I'll drop her off in Mexico.
And you have absolutely no doubt in your mind that that was her voice.
Oh, 100% her voice. It was the way she would have cried. I never doubted for 1 second it was her. I was like, that I don't have $1 million. I'm like, fine, whatever, just don't hurt my daughter. Then he wants $50,000. She was upstairs in her room going, what? What's going on?
What's going through your mind that second?
Then I get angry, obviously, with these guys because this is not something you play around with.
Wave of relief, though, I'm sure.
I literally just sat down and just broke down crying.
Oh my
Okay, so
God, that is terrifying.
So here's Dan Mayo, who is a special agent for the FBI who is investigating this in Phoenix. Now, the question is, okay, well, how do these people get the daughter's voice to be able to put it in an AI synthesizer and get the voice to say whatever it is they want? Very easy.
They're going to be looking for public profiles that have as much information as possible on you. And when they get a hold of that, they're going to dig into you. The phone number's coming from an area code that you're not familiar with. That should be one red flag. Second red flag, international numbers. Sometimes they will call from those as well. Third red flag, they will not allow you to get off the phone and talk to your significant other, right? That's a problem.
So they need 3 seconds of a TikTok video.
I read a story of this scam. I think it happened in like Winnipeg or somewhere. It was like Western Canada, of these old folks who got a phone call from who they thought was their grandson, who said, I got in some trouble. I'm in jail. I need X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
You have to bail me out. So the grandparents went to the bank, and it was like a large sum of money. It was like $50,000 or something. And then the bank wouldn't let them, the bank let them take the money out.
Yeah.
Hand it over, right? Virtually. And then the grandson, quote unquote, called back and said, I need 10 more in order for me to be released today. They went back to the bank. And then the bank manager said, something's going on here because you are now the fourth like elderly couple to come in here to say that their grandchild is in jail and needs money. And it turns out that
huge scam.
It was a scam, and they were taking audio recordings or audio from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, replicating the voice, and that's how the scammers are getting the money.
Damn. It's
Some of them
incredible,
are.
man.
Yeah.
It's really, really
Scary.
wild. Yeah. But the heart wants what the heart wants, you know?
Where I've ever heard that.
That's quoted by Dan Mori of the Roz and Mocha Show.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So we know Millie Bobby Brown is now engaged to Jake Bon Jovi. Millie Bobby Brown,
Millie
19.
Bobby Brown Jovi.
Millie Bobby Brown Jovi. Yes. And Jake Bon Jovi is 20 years old. Now, this is a conversation between Millie Bobby and Noah Schnapp from last summer. They were doing like an Instagram Live together. And when you say stuff that is public on an Instagram Live like she did, do you think that you have to stick to it when the actual time comes? Because she talks in this clip about Noah Schnapp being her maid of honor. Listen to this.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, listen to this.
I want to be the godfather. 100% you're the godfather to my kids. And the maid of honor to my wedding.
No.
Yeah.
Or
what?
No, I don't know. He probably would choose you.
Okay.
He probably would. I'd have to really convince him that you'd be such a great. What do you call it?
I don't even know.
Best man?
Groom? Best man? Oh, best man.
Hello.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Bro.
So is Noah Schnapp now going to be Millie Bobby Brown Jovi's maid of honor at the wedding?
Or Jake Bon Jovi's best man. How much of an overstep is it for...
Very much. You don't even have to finish the
for the bride to push the best man on the groom?
Oh, a huge
That's
overstep.
a huge overstep, right?
Massive.
That's what has to be one of the biggest.
Yes.
Right?
You can't do that.
One of the biggest.
Absolutely. Come on.
And she says, I could convince him.
No, you can't.
One of the biggest.
No. He would be the wedding would be called up. You will not be Millie Bobby Brown Jovi.
No. I got to have your guy best friend as my best man? No.
Well, unless he's like a super huge Stranger Things fan and finds this cool.
Not even. I get that, but no. Your wife's best friend is not going to be your best man.
Yeah, no.
That's
not
too
cool.
weird.
Very weird.
That's
not
strange.
cool.
That is a strange thing right there. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.